Zeekr, it's a Chinese company, has launched the SUV, which they've named the 7X. And wow, what a price! I've already talked about the Zeekr X, which I saw when I was in Bangkok, Thailand. And Zeekr are planning on bringing it into Australia. And they've even got a website, zeekr.au. And here you can go and explore them. So they've got the Zeekr X, which is a compact SUV. Size-wise, it's smaller than a Model Y. And they're also bringing in the Zeekr 09, which is a very luxurious MPV. This is a 6 or 7 seater, and I don't think that's going to be very cheap. So the Zeekr X, you go here in their website and you can see that you've got a set of colours here. You can get crystal white, palace beige, mist grey, grid grey, and pine green. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think that's probably my favourite. Now, interior doesn't look too bad. It's got an instrument digital cluster there and a good size screen. On the inside, you can have charcoal black and stone grey, which is that one. You can have midnight blue and polar white, very reminiscent of, I think, the inside of the Atto 3. But I quite like that one. And then you've got mulberry and rose. Not for me, sorry. But as I said, I think the exterior being the palace beige and the interior being the midnight blue and polar white for me. So exterior doesn't look too bad. As I said, it's slightly smaller than the Model Y, and it's got quite a few good features. But they've gone and released and launched the Zeekr 7X in China. They launched it on August the 30th, and it's had 58,000 orders in the last, 21 days or so. It's going into production, and they're going to start deliveries probably next week at the end of September. So this is a larger SUV. The dimensions of it are slightly more than the Tesla Model Y. So it's a bigger Model Y version, if you like. So let's just take a quick look at the dimensions and I'll compare it to the Model Y. So the Zeekr 7X is 4825 millimeters long. The Model Y is 4750, so it's just a little bit longer. It is 1930 millimeters in width. The Model Y, 1978. So it's just a smidge narrower. In height, it's 1666 millimeters in height. The Model Y is 1624, so it's just a little bit taller. The Model Y's wheelbase is 2890 and the Zeekr's 2925. So it's just a smidge bigger than the Model Y. Now, when they've released this in China, and it will be coming to Australia, they've said probably towards the end of next year. Its price in China is 229,900 RMB, which equates to 32,590 US dollars. And it's priced there less than the Model Y. It's about 9,000 RMB less than the Model Y. So if it comes here, the base model should be cheaper than the Model Y. Now, the Model Y is around the $62,000 on the road, depending upon which state you're in. So it should come in at around the $60,000 to $65,000 mark, which would be a superb, because it's a slightly larger SUV. So the Zeekr 7X will come in a few variations. Now, the first one's got a 75 kilowatt hour LFP battery. Now, they say it's got a CLTC range of 605 kilometers. Yeah, let's put that down to high 400s real world, which is still pretty reasonable. And it also comes with a 100 kilowatt hour NMC ternary type battery. Now, they say CLTC 780 kilometers. Yeah, look, even 600 kilometers is going to be very, very good sort of range. The LFP battery has been developed by Zeekr, and it's got the world's fastest charging capability. So it'll charge from 10 to 80% in 10.5 minutes. Now, it's probably not going to happen like that in the real world, because I don't think we've got chargers, certainly here in Australia, that are capable of providing that sort of thing, because it's based on an 800 volt architecture, and they say it will charge at 475 kilowatts. We haven't got any chargers that are capable of anything more than about 350, I think, here. So the LFP one is a rear wheel drive single motor, and it will accelerate from 0 to 100 in 5.7 or 8 seconds, which is pretty good for a larger SUV. There's also a dual motor, which will be capable of that 0 to 100 sprint in 3.8 seconds. That's just a crazy type of thing for such a large car. So it's larger than the Tesla Model Y Performance, which has got the 3-point-something second 0 to 100 sprint. So as you know, Zeekr, it's owned by Geely. Geely are beginning to bring some EVs into Australia. I did a little video on the EX5, I think they're calling it. And they hopefully will be bringing this one in, but probably not for a year. They've got to keep the Chinese market going, which, as we know, is the largest car market in the world. And they've got a great affinity to electric vehicles. So they're probably going to sell all they can make to start off with until they ramp it up. But you know what? This doesn't look like too bad a car. As I said, it's slightly larger than the Model Y, and its performance is going to be a lot better. It's got a lot more safety features and so on. I expect it will get an ANCAP 5-star rating. It's going to be a good addition to the EV market. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you like to buy one? I'd certainly consider it. We've got the Xpeng G6, which is here. It's going around a few capital city centres for test drives. I'm waiting for it to come to Perth, and pricing of that is very, very interesting. I've had a little whisper in the ear as to what the prices are going to be, roughly, and very competitive. So I'll wait till they're officially announced before saying anything, but that's going to be quite interesting. I hope they can bring this Zeekr 7X into Australia for similar pricing, or just slightly cheaper than the Model Y for the equivalent models. So the LFP one about 60,000 would be good, and the performance one, look, 70,000 would be really good. It's something I would certainly look at. Depends upon its towing capacity and all the other things and what it actually drives like. So thank you very much. While you're making comments, don't forget, click those like and subscribe buttons below. Really does help the channel. Thank you so much. And also, if you look in the comments below, I've got my link. I've got a Tesla referral link, which is started back up again in some countries. And I've also got a link to Ko-fi, where you can help me out through there. And whilst you're in there, Ko-fi, if you do a monthly subscription, then I'm going to be having some additional things for you people. We'll do a monthly Zoom type meeting and so on. So go and have a look. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all very soon.